Attention.
So we go up to the start for a heat of the Princess Royal Challenge Cup for women's single sculls. It's the same standard as the Diamonds Challenge Cup for men's single sculls. So these are all the top internationals, the fastest women at the regatta. And on the buck station just coming off course, you've got Orla Hayes from Skibbereen Rowing Club in Ireland, and she's right in the centre of the river now. She wants to keep away from those booms, and her opponent is Jordan Lara Cole-Hossain from Thames Rowing Club Putney. And the umpire hasn't said anything yet, but it's an interesting course, Jim.
Really interesting as well. It's typical to see someone at the top of the island just drift off their course a little bit when the wind tends to affect you more. They're coming back to their correct stations now.
Well, Orla Hayes, looking at the weights in the programme, she's only 59 kilograms, which is kind of the maximum weight for a lightweight single sculler. They're wearing the colours of Skibbereen coming out of the start, and she's a long way down. I think that's why the umpire didn't say anything, because he could see, whereas we couldn't quite get that distance, how much that Jordan Lara Cole-Hossain was up in front. The 26-year-old has got a really, really impressive race-winning, I would say, lead.
Well, that's a commanding lead as we move down towards, well, just passing the three-quarter mile signal you can see in the background, just probably approaching the Remenham Club, two-thirds of the way down the course.
So the Irish sculler from Skibbereen on the left of your picture, the white singlet with the red band, and the distinctive colours of Thames Rowing Club on the right of your picture. Skibbereen Rowing Club, of course, the rowing club which is home to Gary and Paul O'Donovan, the world champions in men's lightweight double sculls, looking to go one better than the silver medal they won in the Rio Olympics in that event.
They're the most successful club in Ireland, I'm told, 163 national titles.
I know, and if you talk to the performance director, Antonio Mauro Giovanni, he gets a bit fed up saying everyone rows at Skibbereen, because a lot of the rowers, he says, row at the National Training Centre in Cork. But there you go, that Skibbereen Rowing Club is one of the most famous rowing clubs in the world now because of the O'Donovan brothers. So we should talk a little bit about Jordan Lara Cole-Hossain, the sculler on the left of your picture, as our boom camera just pulls out there to give you that great shot, the amphitheatre that these athletes are going into. There she is, Jordan Lara Cole-Hossain. She's only raced at Henley once before in the Stoner Challenge Cup, which is the race for doubles in 2017. There she was with Susie Perry, and she's a student studying anthropology at Goldsmiths University. She does love the regatta, and you know, it takes something to come down this track by yourself, doesn't it, Jim?
Doesn't it just? She's done a brilliant job here, moving really determined stroke. She's got a commanding lead, and she's not just sitting on it, is she?
Yeah, and it's interesting, she came through qualification, so she had to race in those races we've described.
She doubled up on Friday as well.
No,
I'm sure I saw her in two cruises.
That's good knowledge, that is. So it's a pretty nice first heat to have, you know, coming down the track for the first time in the single sculls, as Cole-Hossain is. Then you kind of want a nice, easy race, get used to the conditions, get used to the water. And then, should we say something about her sculling? You know, how does that strike you from the front on that shot of her sculling, Jim?
Well, you're talking about how boats move smoothly through the water. That's the ideal onion. If you look at the bow ball in the front of the boat, see how that boat's cutting through the water. It's not really being checked. You can't see a break or a stop on it. A bit of a wobble there, but that's the occasional thing you get, particularly on this course, to get the little wash and the launch. The way that boat's moving in this constant fashion, cutting through the water. Yes. Just listen to her strokes too, if you just listen.
It's a lovely boat to watch, isn't it? A single scull. And these scullers will the sculler that comes through in this race. Let's see, who will they race tomorrow? I'm not quite sure, actually. But Cole-Hossain is one of good, most decent club scullers in this event, but we've got an event that's full of people like Leisure Chaynards or Emma Twigg here. We've got Jiang of China in the event, and Hossain will go through into the mix with those fantastic athletes taking this heat of the Princess Royal Challenge Cup. She is absolutely delighted, and shouts of her supporters and connections in the crowd. And she waits for the finish.
I think she's racing a Chinese sculler Zhang tomorrow.
Yeah, Orla Hayes. So Cole-Hossain beat Hayes of Ireland.